field of Cyrenax Prime is burning. Once a beacon of Imperial order, its skies now swirl with unnatural storms, and reality itself frays at the edges. Magnus the Red, seeking to unearth a long-buried blackstone vault hidden beneath the planet's surface, has unleashed his followers in Terminator Bodyguard to claim it. The vault has Dark Age technology that is said to dampen the warp's influence, something that Magnus cannot allow the Imperium to control. Rabute Gilliman, foreseeing the catastrophic consequences of the vault falling into the hands of chaos, has led an elite strike force of Astartes to halt his treacherous brother's plans. The time for words has long passed. The Crimson King and the Avenging Sun meet once more on the battlefield. Let's go to war.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Daily Dice. I'm Sam, and today I'm with my main man, Dave. How's it going, Dave?
Yeah, not too bad, Sam. Thank you very much for the invite to come up.
Yeah, we've really been looking forward to this, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
You are going to be running a charity army?
Yeah, we are. We are currently running a charity raffle for a number of good causes globally. Actually, we're supporting Mind, so a mental health charity, Endometriosis UK. So this is a women's health charity in regards to the condition endometriosis, which affects a lot of women out there.
Yeah,
actually, is actually really underfunded and under-recognised in regards to it. My partner had a hysterectomy a few years ago, and actually it sort of links into that very much. So it's a cause close to my heart. And also as well, we've had an amazing international response from people up and down the community. We had an entire army painted by a group of German painters over in Dresden. So we're going to be donating to a charity of their choice, which is called Awo Shakura. And this is for the prevention of sexual abuse of children, and also as well for counselling and support for people who've been through that as well. So yeah, some great causes. We're already on about 200 quid already from about a day and a half's worth of it, and it's going to be running until August. I'm showcasing about 16 different painters here today in regards to the work that they've done. So I'm hopefully not going to put in too bad a show. I'd like to go the full 5 rounds in the game.
And this is obviously a very small part of the army that you're raffling off.
Absolutely, yeah. So we've got so the main prize is a 4,000 point Space Marine army led by the Primarch Gulliman, which has been painted by the fantastic Battle Brother Brush. I think he put about 120 hours into this piece. It's absolutely stunning.
Absolutely
the pictures don't do it justice on Instagram, but he's going to be taking portions of each of the armies out of there. The really nice thing is actually fielding things that other people have painted. None of these units on the table I've touched. It's great. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. But just want to say a big thanks to Iron Wolf Hobbies, Johnny, who said, "Yeah, Dave, go and do this. We'll go and do this." And it's been just such a journey and a pleasure to do it with people, and hopefully going to raise a whack of money for charity as well.
Yeah, that's it. It's a really good cause, and I'm more than happy to have it on my channel and show off the army and get that raffle rolling, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really happy to be up here as well.
Yeah,
in regards to it's really nice to just come meet you in person after talking on Instagram for a while. I think that's one of the things with Instagram and that sort of stuff. You see like an icon of people, but then you don't get to it's different meeting them in person.
Yeah, exactly. You get to know them a bit of a more personal level sort of thing, instead of just seeing them on camera all the time.
Yeah.
How do people get to the on the raffle?
Sorry. One of the things I should mention is actually this is under the International Guild of Hobbyists. So if you look up International Guild of Hobbyists on Instagram, the raffle link will be in our stories in the bio as well, and we're going to be having that up there pretty much from now until the end of August in the stories. Tickets are £4 a piece. We've got some bundles out there, so you can buy 3 tickets, get 1 free. Buy 5 tickets, get 3 free. Buy 10, you get 10 free from that, and you buy 20 and get 15 free from that. So hopefully affordable as well, because Warhammer is expensive in regards to things. And actually, if you say, well, I want an army for £4,
You can't grumble with that, can you?
Can't grumble with that.
And it's all gone to good cause.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. So other than the 20% which Raffle takes as an admin fee for hosting a gambling license, it's a bit steep, but what we're going to do is I'm going to this is a seemingly sounding dodgy part. I'm going to transfer it into my bank account and then transfer it out to the people who are going to donate it to their charities.
So basically, you're making yourself a load of money off.
Yeah. So when I'm in Panama in August, you know who to blame. But but yeah, absolutely. I'm just all levity aside, I'm just really grateful for the trust that people have putting me to help organise this, and also as well. I can tell it was going to be successful when my missus started getting annoyed at the amount of parcels which started to show up in the back room.
That's always a good sign.
It's always a good sign. Yeah.
So today I'm going to be running because he's brought Guilliman, of course. So I've brought Magnus the Red, and we're going to have a brother-on-brother clash. So 1,000 Suns against the Space Marines in Guilliman. Yeah. So it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Yeah, the Iron Halos versus the 1,000 Suns.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Before we start, I just want to do a big shout out to the members. As always, AWOLI, absolute legends. I love every single one of yours, and I mean that, because we've got 16 members now. So 16 members for me is massive. It's the most I've ever had, and it massively helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe. So subscribe, and if you do want to become a member, just click the join button down below. Also, I'm running a Vortex base today. For the first time, 1,000 Suns that was painted up by Rogue Miniatures. They've done a fantastic job of this base. Before this video comes out, I'll have done an unboxing video on a short of the Vortex base, so check that out before you watch this video. So while we're on the subject of Rogue Miniatures, check out this little video I made for him and don't skip it.
So I just want to talk a little bit about Rogue Miniatures, which is a UK-based commission company. I've recently painted up a Demon Prince for my 1,000 Suns, and I've had such a positive experience with them. Rogue Miniatures are a high-end commission company, box art style, and not really a company you'd use just to get a unit on the table for a tournament, to do, the free standard base colours. These are a type of company you'd use if you really take pride in your army and really want to see them beautiful models on the table. They can either paint a model for you or a full army from scratch. Also an existing model for a current army like they have with my prints. You can also buy fully painted miniatures off their website, and they customise their miniatures to suit your needs. You get regular updates of your commission. Their turnaround time is typically around 3 months, depending on the size of the project. Drop them a message and you can get yourself a free quote. When you start your commission, you get regular updates. So I was getting messages off Steve all the time with my picture of the Demon Prince, getting me really excited to receive it. So after receiving my first commission, I'm really excited to get more commissions booked in with Steve and his team. And I'll be keeping you guys updated on the commissions I do receive off Rogue Miniatures. So I'll leave a link to all their socials down below in the description. Drop them a message and get a free quote and you won't be disappointed. So here we have 2,000 points of 1,000 Suns, led by the Primarch himself, Magnus the Red. He's brought all his followers as Inch today, so the cultists and the Zangors, they're getting led by the Demon Prince. He's left him in charge of them, and then Magnus and all his Scarab Terminator bodyguard have dropped in as well. So the army rule is Cabal Sorcerers. Basically, all my Psychers generate Cabal points. In my command phase, I get a certain amount of Cabal points through that battle round, and then they regenerate again in my next battle round, depends on how many Psychers I've got on the battlefield. With Cabal points, you can do things like you can do mortal wounds on stuff, you can add extra AP on enemy units, you can move twice, things like that. They're really good. As you can tell in this list, I haven't really tried maxing out on Cabal points, but I have got a few to play with. So then the detachment is Cult of Magic. So basically, in my command phase, I pick whether I want to have all my psychic weapons to be devastating wounds, sustained hits, or lethal hits. I think that's it. I'll double check, but basically I do devastating wounds every time. If I do decide to change that, I'll let you know though. So let's go through this list. So I'll start with the big man himself, Magnus the Red. He's an absolute beast, as he should be for being the Primarch of the Thousand Suns. He's got some really good psychic powers. Basically his shooty weapons, they're really strong, and he gets +1 to hit, +1 to wound with psychic weapons as well. And he has an aura that does that as well, which is really cool. He's also a beast in combat, really good in combat. He also has 3 abilities to pick from each command phase. I usually go for the -1 to his damage, so if anyone gets a wound through, it's -1 to that damage. But if I do change that, I'll let you know. Then we will go to the Demon Prince, second in charge. He's going to be leading all the followers as each. So Demon Prince is really good as well. He has an aura that gives stealth to all friendly Thousand Sun units, so that's really good. I've given an enhancement. I can't remember what it's called, but basically he gets an extra pip of damage to psychic weapons and an extra pip of strength. So his psychic sword is damage 4, which is really nice. So hopefully he'll be doing some blending. Then we have I tell you what, I'll stick with these followers for now. So we'll go to the cultists. Just a unit of 10 of these. Cultists are really cool because if they're killer unit, I get a CP. And if they get killed, I get a CP. So basically I roll it in on a 2+, I get a CP. Basically just going to be chaff, just running in, hopefully doing some actions and then dying and getting me a CP. Then we have 10 Zangors. These are my Cabal generation. So on a 4+, if they're on an objective in my command phase, I get a Cabal point. I'd like to get that just for free, or at a 2+ at least, but 4+, I get a Cabal point. I'll probably keep them on my home objective all game and just try and regenerate, hopefully, 2 or 3 Cabal points throughout the game. Then we have 2 units of Zangor Enlightened. So Zangor Enlightened, fantastic, really fast. They can get that mid-board, mid-objectives, really good trading unit, and really good at getting secondaries as well. So these 2 are really good. They have a reactive move, so if an enemy unit moves within 9 inches, they can move D6 inches. So could come into play, especially if I roll high on that. So they could just get out and dodge or jump behind cover or something like that if the enemy are trying to get in range with them or charge them. Then we have a Vortex Beast. So this is the first time I've used this. This was painted up for me by Rogue Miniatures, as well as that Demon Prince, you see that? They've done an absolute fantastic job. Look at this. I'm really excited to use this. I've been wanting one for ages, and now I've finally got myself one. This has some really good guns. You can sort of change between your range weapons, and you can do a really powerful anti-tank one, which is like D6 +6 mortal wounds. And then you can do like a flamer, which is I think a 2d6, and sort of a blast anti-infantry sort of one with 2 damage. He also has some really cool abilities. If I do any Cabal rituals nearby him, he's got an aura where I double the range, so I can dish out some mortal wounds, which they're all usually 18 inches, so it'll double that, which is really cool. He also has like a mortal wound ability when he's nearby enemy units. They sort of get dragged into that vortex on his back. So that's really cool as well. I'm hoping he puts in some hurt. He's quite tough to get rid of as well with his 5 up feel no pain. So hopefully he does all right this game. New model syndrome and all that, let's see. Then I'll go over to Magnus's Marines in Bodyguards. We have a Hellbrute. Hellbrutes are just cool. I'm really hoping they stay in the next codex. Everything that happened with Emperor's Children in that. I'm a little bit worried, but yeah, Hellbrute, he's got his las cannon, a fist, a flamer, and if I do a Cabal ritual within, I think it's either 9 or 6 inches of him, I get a Cabal point back. So a few little ways of getting more Cabal points throughout this list, because it's quite thin with Cabal points. Then we have 3 units of Terminators and a Terminator Sorcerer. So we've got 1 big brick with a Sorcerer. He basically, in the shooting phase, I pick an enemy unit within 18 inches. In my whole army gets to reroll 1s against that unit to hit. So that's really cool. He also gives that unit lethal hits as well. So if I'm trying to get some big vehicles, that'll come in really handy. Big unit 10 Terminators. I've got 2 missile racks, 2 Soul Reaper cannons, and then bolters. They all have Capeshas. These get the basically the enemy unit's strength is higher than their toughness 5. It's -1 to wound. Then we have another 2 units of 5, so each with a Soul Reaper and a missile rack. These are probably going to be starting in reserves, just so I've got a bit of punch later game. I might start on the battlefield. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's a really thematic list, and I think it'll be really fun to play. But let's see how it does against them loyalist Marines. So, Dave, this is 2,000 points of Space Marines.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a Gladius detachment of Space Marines, and this is our the International Guild of part of the International Guild of Hobbyists.
Yeah. It's a lovely army,
which has been painted by people from all around the world. The hobby community. In regards to it. So the army rule is tactical doctrines. So we have assault doctrine, which allows for an advance and charge. Mm-hmm. We have a devastator doctrine, which allows for advance and shoot. Mm-hmm. And we have tactical doctrine, which allows for fallback, shoot, and charge.
Yeah. And basically you pick that in your command phase. Yeah. You can only use them once.
Yes,
I believe.
Can. However, there is a stratagem of adaptive strategy which allows you to select a doctrine, even if that doctrine has already been used.
Yeah,
apply it to one squad.
Nice, I like it.
So yeah.
In your army rule, all for moment.
All for moment, yes, yeah. All for moment. This is obviously technically an Ultramarines army. So you select a target, you get a reroll to hit, and also. So long as it's not Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Black Templars, Space Wolves, you get +1 to wound.
Yeah, I like it. So
yeah, we had a really fun thing at the weekend where I took a Legends unit, the Cerberus Heavy Tank Destroyer, and it was wounding Titans on the 2+ with a reroll because it's twin linked.
Nice, I like it. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into this list, man.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the big man himself, Bobby G.
Yeah. Wabute Gulliman, the Primarch. So he is. So he gives you a lot of different tactical options. You can. One of them allows you to apply a stratagem to a unit with, and I think it's within 12 for 0 CP.
Nice.
The other one gives you a second over moment target.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third one, but I can't quite remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah,
but we will. I'm sure we'll come across that one. But you get to choose one of those per turn and apply it to your army.
And I think the second orphan one is probably what you're going to be using all game.
Yeah, but the thing is you have to destroy the first unit first before the second orphan moment applies, which is it's going to be fun. But
yeah. And he comes back alive on a 3+.
And yes, he has the Armour of Fate, so he comes back on a 3+.
Nice. 6 wounds remaining.
Fun.
6 wounds remaining, I believe.
Yeah, 6 wounds remaining.
Like that. Yeah,
that's absolutely right. And this guy's been painted by the fantastic Battle Brother Brush, Tyler. Put about 120 hours of worth of painting into it.
He's done such a good job on it.
Yeah, he's done it in non-metallic metal as well, which is just...
Yeah, really. If I ever did a Gilliman, I'd try and aim for this sort of non-metallic metal trim, and the blues on it are just really nice, the contrast on it. So he's done a fantastic job there. So let's go to the next unit. So to the left, we've got some Terminators of the Librarian.
So to the left unit, this is one of this is a squad of Terminators. So they're led by a Librarian, and the Librarian gives sustained hits to the unit.
Oh, that's
sustained
nice.
hit ones. So that is useful. They also have a heavy flamer in the unit.
Right.
And this unit has been painted by a group of hobbyists in Dresden. A gentleman called Tiny Tom Tiny's Art on Instagram has coordinated a group. They've got and this is a unit from a 2,000 point first company task force.
Yeah.
Is coming. So yeah, he's done some good jobs on them.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job on them. The skin and that's really nice on them.
Yeah. And they have a teleport homer as well. The teleport homer allows for rapid ingress.
Yes.
Within 9 inches of it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
To the right, we've got another unit of Terminators.
Yeah, so this, again, another unit Terminator. This one has a power sword and a assault cannon in there, but a couple of chain fists as well. This has been painted by a gentleman called CWE18 on Instagram. They've come all the way from the USA, and it's led by a Terminator chaplain painted by the Baron Paints as well. And he's done a really, really nice job on the detailing there.
Yeah,
on
the
purity
tab art.
seals
So,
and
yeah,
tab art
yeah.
in there. So yeah,
That's really
and
nice.
that's part of the main prize.
Nice. And he gives them +1 to wound?
Yeah, he gives them +1 to wound. He's got a storm shield himself, so he's got an extra wound in regards to it. I'm trying to remember what.
4 feel no pain against mortal wounds?
I think 4 feel no pain against mortal wounds. That sounds about right. So I'm looking forward to using that against Doombolt.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Then we'll go to this unit here.
This unit here. So this is a unit of regular intercessors. So they've had a bit of an upgrade. So they get 4 shots apiece now. Auxiliary grenade launcher can either be frag or crack. They are led by a lieutenant painted by Solace Galactic Forge, which gives the unit lethal hits. And the lieutenant is armed with a plasma pistol and a power fist. And the unit of intercessors has been painted by my friend Matt Baggs Minis, who's currently in the process of making some custom decals.
Oh, nice.
For the army. So they've got their own chapter symbol.
Oh, that's cool.
Coming with it. So yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Next unit.
Next unit. This is a unit of Incursors, and this has been painted by Old Varga Matt, who has contributed to a number of the charity projects which I've helped with. And he's done a fantastic job on these. So they have bolt guns which ignore cover, and their special rule allows for the target which they shoot at. You can select one of the targets, and then the army receives a +1 to hit roll on the dice. So
nice, I like it.
Most of the things will be hitting that target on the 2.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
And I think they have scouts as well.
All right.
But I'm just going to have to double check that.
We'll double check
when we
for
get
the game.
get to the face off. So yeah.
Sweet. Next up.
So yeah, this unit is a unit of Inceptors, and then they have been painted by the fantastic Casey Penjammer of the Inquisition. They have Meteoric Descent, which allows them to deep strike in within 6 inches of a target. They have Twin-linked Assault Bolters, which have 3 shots apiece, but sustained hits too. In regards to it. And actually, a squad of 6 of these took 12 wounds off a Warlord Titan at the weekend, because they're damaged too as well.
So I need to be looking out for these lads dropping in.
Well, yeah, possibly. Or it's either that, or they're the ones who are going to keep up with Gulliman. So yes, because actually one thing I forgot about Gulliman.
The bodyguard.
He gets lone operative within 3 inches of an infantry unit, and they count as infantry.
Yes.
In the keywords.
Yeah, I like it. Then we have some Centurions.
So we have some Centurions. These have been converted by a gentleman called Monkey Paints. He has done a fantastic job on extending them, so they're not as stumpy as they would be. In fact, they actually rival the size of Gulliman.
Yeah, they're huge.
And they're if you compare them to the Gravis Aggressors, they're nearly twice the size.
Yeah, this is how big Centurions should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
The absolute chunky boys, these.
They have siege drills and melter guns on there. So short range, quite slow as well. They may hunk around holding a home objective.
Yeah.
Or may just push them up.
Yeah,
in the assault phase.
Trample up the field,
Yeah,
knocking down walls on the way and smashing Magnus in the face.
That's the one.
Next unit.
Yeah, so we have a unit here of Reavers, which have come all the way from the USA. They have combat knives and special issue bolt pistols, which allow for they basically just -1 AP on there. They're terror tips as well. I'm not sure what the rule is on that. I think it's about battle shock.
I believe this is a guess, but maybe battle shock in combat or something like that. And
I think something like they've got some special type grenades which do that. And they are led by a Primaris Lieutenant painted by Comcrew Models, which then gives them lethal hits.
Nice.
They have deep strike as well, and they can go up terrain as if it was
they were just walking,
yeah,
sort of.
as if they're walking it with.
There's only to actually measure it up.
Yeah.
Nice, I like it.
Pistols, yeah.
Then we have the big boys at the back.
Big boys at the back.
Should we start with this one on the left?
Yeah, so just mentioned the Reavers were painted by Dave versus Shark on Instagram.
Right. Yep.
So this Dreadnought is a Redemptor Dreadnought. They have -1 damage to hit. It's armed with a flamer and a macro plasma incinerator, as well as a Icarus missile launcher on the back.
Yeah.
And some grenades. And this has been painted by Nerf Blatt, and it's come all the way from Canada.
Nice.
In regards to it. So yeah, there's
They've done some air miles. Put it that way, haven't they?
Some air miles.
Next
year
unit,
we have a ballistus dreadnought. So the special rule allows you to re-roll the hit against a unit which is above half strength. Ballistus strike, so it gives it some flexibility of not shooting at the open moment target as well for the re-rolls.
Yeah.
Is armed with a las cannon and a twin las cannon and a missile launcher.
Nice, I like it.
It has been painted by Hobbybean 17.
Nice, done a good job of it. Looks nice.
Well, yeah.
Last but not least,
we have a Brutalis Dreadnought. So Brutalis Dreadnoughts, they get if they get the charge off, they get mortal wounds. On a D6, it is armed with a twin heavy stubber, which is anti-fly 4+, which is actually quite useful. I have 2 of these in my own army myself, and I went up against my friend's Settlers of Catan army, and they just minced Catan because they're twin linked. They wounded a 4+. So against toughness 11 Catan, they're still wounded a 4+. It's but also as well, big fists.
Exactly.
Big fists with big claws. They've got a strike and they've got a sweep attack.
And then you got your big melts on the front.
Oh yeah, the big multi-melters.
You can't forget the melters.
Yeah, you can't forget those, yeah. I almost did.
Yeah. So that is the army, 2,000 points. I think this will be a really fun game. 2 brothers clashing. So let's get into that game. So the cards have been drawn. The deployment is Crucible of Battle. So it's sort of these 2 corners that we both have. And the attackers in this side, Thousand Suns, and Dave and his Space Marines are in this side, the defenders. There's 3 objectives on the battlefield at the minute because them 2 aren't on here because of the primary rule. So 1 in each deployment, 1 in no man's land, right in the centre. Then the primary rule, basically we get to deploy our own of these 2. We have to move a unit in and do an action, and that deploys one of these. It has to be 12 inches of this middle one and 6 inches away from them. So to be fair, it's probably actually not going to be far off what it actually is now, but we'll be trying to keep them behind terrain and make them our own objectives for the game. The ritual, so we get 5 points for each objective marker in no man's land to a maximum of 15. And then mission rule, inspired leadership. So I thought, of course, we've got 2 Primarchs on the battlefield. So if you're within 9 inches of your Primarch, of your Warlord, you get an extra 1 to your battle shock tests. So that's pretty cool. So the battlefield is set. Here we have it. Everyone's deployed. Look at this, Dave. This is exciting, isn't it?
It is. Got a scout move to do with the incursors in a couple of seconds. So yeah, we'll see see what goes from there. I should also point out as well. You mentioned about rogue miniatures as well. The incursors were painted by Old Varga, who also does commission work for rogue miniatures.
Right.
As well. So I'm going to try and. I have been told to shoot up the
Vortex Beast.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, this Demon Prince was done by Rogue Miniatures as well. So yeah.
Well, okay, maybe they should go for them. Then.
So they're both on your hit list.
Yeah, absolutely. Both
I like it.
Hit list, yeah.
So basically, this is the battlefield. Like I say, we've got 1 objective marker in my deployment zone, 1 objective marker in Dave's deployment zone, which actually don't score us any points, but they will help us with secondaries. Then we've got this one right in the centre in this crater. Our deployment zones, I've sort of tried lining it up with these buildings at this side, and again, I've tried lining it up at that side. Then this terrain, it's all large ruins. The craters, you just get cover shooting through, and then these sort of big craters in the ground. you get cover if you've got a infantry unit in it. So that's the train, that's the deployment. You've got 2 enhancements you forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I've got the on the Terminator chaplain painted by the Baron Paints, we have the Honor Vehement, which gives him +1 strength and +1 attack. However, if he's in Assault Doctrine, he gets +2 strength and +2 attacks.
I like it.
In regards to it, yeah.
And you've got another one, did you say?
Another enhancement. The enhancement is on the Phobos Lieutenant.
The one that's in
painted
reserves,
by,
yeah?
That's in reserves. Painted by Conquering Miniatures, and that has Artificer armor, so he has a 2-up save and a 5+ Feel No Pain.
I like it. So deployment, I've basically put these behind here. We've got some Zangors who can fly forward in a unit of 5 Terminators. I've got 5 Terminators in Deep Strike. Then I've got some Zangors here that are basically just going to be trying to rack up my Cabal points at the back here. I've got the Demon Prince, the Vortex Beast, and then Magnus is all his bodyguards here. The Dreadnought, then the Cultists are in here, ready to do their scout and move forward and probably try and get an objective down behind one of these ruins here, these line of sight blockage ones. And then some Zangors and Discs over there. Dave, what have you done over here, mate?
Yeah, so over here I've sort of pinned each flank with a squad of Terminators, Dreadnoughts, bashy Dreadnoughts in the middle, to power up the front, Centurions backing them up, squad of Intercessors on the home field objective for sticky objectives. Interceptors are going to back up Gunnerman, so give him lone operative, so long as they remain within 3 inches of him.
I like it.
And then another Dreadnought sort of just flanking here, so hopefully maybe get some lines of sight.
Yeah, I think you've got actually quite a decent bit of shooting.
I think there is a bit. There's a fair bit, but you've got 20 Terminators, missile launchers, and I think the assault cannons as well. So let's see what happens.
Yeah,
I think your squishy bit is squishier than mine, but the clash will be between Magnus and Gulliman, won't it?
Oh, for sure. So the big question is, do you want to go first or second?
Oh, that is a good question.
I think I could take it or leave it. But
yeah, I know. I'm wondering if because the thing is actually, do I want you to, if you, to be fair, it's going to be a first turn of positioning, isn't it? Really,
yeah.
Seeing what happens. So I think I will go second.
Yeah, shall we roll these dice and see?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I got a 3.
I got a 4.
So I'm afraid you're going to have to go first, my friend.
Okay, that's fine. No problem.
So Space Marines, turn 1. Gilliman is screaming the orders across the battlefield to extend battle lines and assassinate a character. Extend battle lines, really good one. There, you get 5 points for that this turn. Easy peasy. Just hold one in your deployment zone and one in no man's land.
Yeah, so I've sticky the one in my deployment zone.
Yeah.
The intercessors.
Assassination, killing character, he probably won't be getting that, so I'm guessing he'll just be getting rid of that at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe getting a rare CP for it. So basically, you've done the action with these lads to get your what's it called?
Ritual.
Ritual objective. Objective marker, it's for the objective marker down. They've done that, so that gives him extend battle lines for obviously sticking in that and holding that.
Yeah.
Everything else advanced.
Yeah.
Besides from this lad here.
Yeah.
Because basically the only target you can see at the minute with him is these Zangors. So you put Orphamon on them, so you can re-roll your hits. And Gilliman has done a free strat on him, so you can ignore cover as well. Yeah. That's basically your turn 1. I think move forward.
Yeah.
Let's do some shooting. So shooting into the Zangors with this Ballistas Dreadnought.
Yeah, that's the one.
Starting off with the frag missiles. Let's do it.
Frag missiles.
2d6 shots.
2d6 shots.
Nice.
7. There we go.
Reroll hits.
Gonna need it.
Yep.
There we go.
Drop
So,
2.
there we go. And now
Wounds on 4s, I believe.
Well, they're strength 5.
The strength 5 to
Strength
frag.
5 and
+1 to
plus
wound.
1 for both
So you're actually
wounds
wounds on 2s. Ignore me. Ignore me,
so,
people.
No, don't worry. So we've got
4 wounds.
4 wounds there, and
then ignore cover, so I'll just get a 5-up save, basically.
yeah, there's no AP to them.
Yep. So 5-up saves. So you kill a Zangor. Pop one.
Angle, right.
So las cannon going in hot now. 2 shots.
There we go. So reroll to hit because of 0 for moment.
Nice.
2 hits, and then 2 plus the wound, strength 12. See if we can vaporise some goats. The dice are abandoning me.
One that's gone through though, and I just get 6 up in one.
So,
And so you do destroy a goat.
One's vaporised.
Nice. So that's everything the Space Marines can do at the minute. The firepower has fell silent, and we'll do a quick end of the turn roundup. So end of Space Marines turn 1. Dave gets 5 points and he's get rid of assassination, putting him on 3 CP, going into Thousand Suns turn 1. So Magnus, the red, has bellowed out the orders. Assassinate. They really want each other dead on this battlefield. Guilliman keeps screaming to kill Magnus. Magnus keeps screaming to kill Guilliman, but it's not happening this early in the game, sadly. So I'll be getting rid of that. Sabotage is doing action in a terrain piece. I'm doing one in no man's land. I'm not getting it in the enemy deployments. I should be able to get 3 for that ideally. So what I've done is everything's sort of shuffled forward because I want to start getting some shots in this big brick in the middle ideally. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do much to it, but I'm going to do the best I can with them. Demon Prince has went forward so he can give out his aura of the stealth to them. These Zangors actually got me a Cabal point, which is pretty cool, so I'm on 11 at the minute. These Terminators have moved forward to get some line of sight. Vortex Beast has moved forward. Magnus, all these have moved forwards. The Hellbrutes move forward. Everything can sort of start shooting into the Space Marine lines now. This Zangor who survived passed leadership and he's went into this little container and started sabotaging it. So God knows what's going on in that container, but there's something going on there, put it that way. So, and I've put my objective marker down, this with the cultists. So let's do some shooting, see if we can chip away at that power armor. Yeah, slight amendment. I've advanced these cultists. I have kept them in position to be able to plant that. Forward, just so I can sort of string out and stop Guilliman from advancing and charging and wrecking Magnus. It's just not worth the risk there. So they've sort of strung out like that and done a little bit of move blocking. Cultists do best. So shooting, I'm going to start off with a Kabbalistic ritual from Magnus, and I'm going to be adding 2 AP on this Redemptor, whatever shoots it. So let's do some shooting. So starting with the big man himself, Magnus, putting everything into this Redemptor. I've used the CP to give Magnus reroll hits and wounds for psychic weapons, and Dave's used the CP for armor of contempt. So we'll start off with Magnus's little one, which is D6 plus 3 shots. We're on 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, and we are hitting on 2s. Let's do it. Like I say, we're re-rolling. And then we are wounding, strength 5, but it's plus 1 to wound.
It's toughness 10, I believe.
Yeah.
Top of my head.
So 5s and 6s to wound, 6s are devastating.
Ooh.
I'll re-roll these 4.
Ooh.
So
this is an interesting thing where the Redemptor comes in, because the eternal duty is each time an attack is allocated this model, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic of that attack.
yes, it is.
I'm assuming it's damage.
This is damage 2.
Damage 2.
So basically,
they're down to damage 1 then.
yes. So you've took 4 wounds so far, and you've got to save at -3. So minus 2 technically.
2. So
4 up.
Yep, 4 up. Failed.
So it takes 5 wounds off the first
okay.
barrage. I'll go straight through the second. So it's 3d3 shots.
Yeah.
This is from his big one. So 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. And this is hitting again on 2s. Reroll the 1. And then we're wounding on strength 9. So it'll be 5 and 6s, but plus 1 to wound. So 4s. And again, devastating wounds.
So one devastating wound.
Rerolling. So basically, you've got 2 saves at -4 now, so technically -3.
-3, so that puts a 5 up save.
Yep.
1 made.
It'd just be 2 saves there, because if the ones are devastating. Just roll again if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 2 saves, 5 ups. 1 saves, so you take 4 damage there altogether.
4 damage, 8.
So a unit of 5 Terminators. The missile rack is shooting into the Redemptor. And these 3 and that bolter, he's not in range of anything, are all shooting into the Terminators over there. So we'll start off with the missile rack. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. They both hit.
Yep.
We're wounding on 4s, strength 10, toughness 10. Both wound.
Both wound.
This is -4 because he's. It's usually -2 because of the
cabal points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah,
I think it's dead.
It is
well,
dead.
Actually, how much damage is it?
3 damage each, so it'd be
3 damage.
it's 4 damage. Yeah. So 4 damage altogether.
4, 5 saved.
-4.
-4,
You've got of course you've got.
Oh no, I don't have Arm of Contempt.
No, you do. You don't.
I don't have Arm of
You
Contempt.
don't.
Yeah, so
it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. So
sorry, Earthblatt.
Yeah.
You get the fire.
If it was the old Armor
If it
Contempt,
was the old Arm of Contempt, yeah, it would do. But no.
do you want to roll a dice, see if he blows up?
That's a good point. Yeah, because what's it? 1 or 6?
A 6 he blows up, 1 he implodes back to the warp. See you later. So good start, lads. The little Italy piddly guns into them Terminators over there. So Soul Reaper cannon. Light them up. Only 2 hits. And then we are wounding on 3s. Toughness 5, Terminator, strength 6, yep. So 1 save, it's -1, but you're in cover, so it's just a 2-up. If you've got a...
Makes anyway.
Yeah, a bit more shooting. I've got 3 bolters. So 1, 2, 3. We're not in rapid fire range. So hitting on 3s, and then we're wounding on 5s and 6s. So 2 more saves at -1. You're in cover, so 2 2-ups.
Yeah, fine.
Sweet. So that's that unit shot. Let's do some more shooting. Vortex Beast. The first time this is shot for me, so it's going into the building there, and it can see a Brutalis Dreadnought, so it's going to do a big beam at it. Let's see what it does. So I'll just, it's all right. So hitting on 3s, it does hit. Wounded on 3s, it does wound. This is -4, so it is a 6-up. Wow, unlucky man. And this is D6 + 6.
Oh, D6 + 6, like, this could die.
Do you know it's this is the first time using it. It's done all right for me. So let's see the damage. That is 11 wounds, mate.
Remaining.
Bloody
hell.
That is.
I'm going to regret not putting that in cover.
Yeah, that is pretty horrific. Yeah, the psychic blasts are bouncing off the Space Marine lines and blowing holes in their armor. Let's go to the Dreadnought, the Hellbrute. He's just going to put his las cannon into the Terminators, because that's all he can actually see. The other stuff's behind cover. So las cannon, just 1 shot, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Yep, so just a save of your 4 invuln. So what's going on with your dice today, Dave?
Yeah.
So it's D6 + 1. It does kill a Terminator.
It does kill a Terminator, that's fine.
One of the mighty Astartes Terminators got blew up by a las cannon. So next bit of shooting and last bit of shooting, Dave's happy to hear. The Terminators, this big block of 10, are shooting into the Dave's Terminators over there. The Soul Reaper at the back's not actually within 24, but all the rest are. So we're going to do some shots into them, try and chip off some more of them, and then that'll be that. So 2 missile racks hitting on 3s. 2 hits, and then these are wounded on 2s. 2 saves, -2, you're in cover, so it's 3 ups.
Okay.
They're alright. They're alright. Let's get some Soul Reapers out. Oh, I've only got 1 in range, 1's out, so Soul Reaper. Hitting on 3s. Lethal hits as well for this unit because of the Sorcerer. Wounding on 3s. So you've got 4 saves, I have 2 up.
4 2-up saves.
Yep, do that.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was 4? I was about to say I get a Terminator. Of course I don't get a Terminator. A load of bolts, I'll do this off cam. So the guns in the Psychic Might of the Thousand Suns fall silent. Assassination, I'm going to get rid of. Sabotage, I could get for 3 points as long as Dave doesn't kill my single Zangor over there on his own. There's something that's definitely eyeing him up there. So yeah, that could potentially design me 3 points, but I don't get any points this turn, but just setting myself up for my next turn. So the order's been received for Space Marines, turn 2. Stormer style objective, so take an objective off me, and behind enemy lines, getting my deployment zone. So basically, you've went at the Devastator Doctrine.
Devastator Doctrine.
So everything can advance and shoot. Gilliman has dished out an order where he can do a free strat. So he's giving these lads an extra pip of AP, Storm of Fire.
Storm of Fire, yep.
And also you can do that strat as well.
Yeah.
What you're going to use on the Brutalis.
Yeah.
Does this in your shooting phase use these strats?
This is my shooting phase to the strats, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So but this he might not have to use it on the Brutalis because I'm going to fire Overwatch.
Yes.
He's on 1 wound. Magnus, seen him charging forward. He's smashed through the side of this building. Yeah. And he's got his multi-melters aiming at Magnus because Magnus is the awful moment target. So basically everything's advanced forward so you can get shots off. Because like you say, you can advance and shoot. Let's see if I can kill a Brutalis in Overwatch with Magnus. So, Magnus shooting it. The little pinkly one first. D6 plus 3. Oh, it's a good start. It's a good start. So 4, 9, yep. So 8, 9. And then we're hitting on 6s, of course. It's Overwatch. We've got 3 hits. 3 hits. All we need is 1 6 here for a devastating wound. But it's wounded on 5s. Oh, just 1 save at -1. So you'll get your 2 up save.
2 up save.
Oh, he makes it as well.
Yeah.
So we've got the big one now. I think this is the gears of Magnus. I'm sure this is the eye on his hand, shooting some sort of beam of light out of it. 3d3. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. So it's still doable. Still doable. Hitting on 6s. So we've got 2 hits. We've got 2 hits. And then this is wounds on 4s. But 6 is obviously a devastating. Oh, it gets him. 2 damage. CP claws. He does.
Right, okay, gosh, right, so he
couldn't get any worse. Do you want to roll for mine? I'll roll for yours.
No, right. You roll to see how many wounds it does because that's the way it works, isn't it?
Well, let's double check, see what it can actually hit, and we'll get back to it. So we're blowing the cultists, the Terminators, and Gilliman. So
1 wound.
So the cultists one does perish there. The Terminators tech, you lose a Terminator. Gilliman techs.
Hang on, these are mortal wounds, aren't they?
They are mortal wounds.
So the
also Gilliman techs free as well. But you feel no pain, so the Terminators.
Same
Nice.
Terminator.
So Gilliman takes 3 wounds, but the Terminators don't take any, which is a bonus.
And the Dreadnought is dead.
The Dreadnought
Sorry,
is
what
dead.
that.
Yeah.
Didn't even get to do anything.
So
the Dreadnought.
going into Space Marine shooting. Let's see if he can do some damage. So Gilliman is doing Storm of Fire on 2 units. Obviously he's doing his free strat on the Ballistas, and you're also using a CP on these lads.
On those lads, yeah.
Yep. So first off, Ballistas is shooting. What are you shooting first?
The Ballistas is going to split its fire, so it's going to pump the main guns into
Terminators.
that target. So those will be the subject of Storm of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And that one will be taking 2 Stormbolter shots.
Yeah, so Storm of Fire, you have to pick an enemy target.
I think you have to pick an enemy. I think you have to pick an enemy. So it may just actually give it purely to the unit as a whole.
Yeah, we'll double check. Yeah, so Storm of Fire actually is just on the unit, so you get extra AP because you're in the Devastator Doctrine. Also, it ignores cover as well. So starting off with the Stormbolter into the Zangor.
So 1 hit and 1 miss.
Yep.
So the hit gets to twin linked reroll. Doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound. Then we've got las cannon into the Terminators. 2
las cannon shots into the Terminators.
Yep.
So they get to reroll to hit because of Ballistic Strike, because the unit isn't below half strength. So 2 hits. Wounding on 2s, I'm assuming.
It'll be freeze because the Terminators get a -1 wound
right, okay,
if you're stronger than it. Nice.
There you go. So 2 saves.
2 14
at -4.
14 wounds. All right.
Right, okay. Then we've got
see how this game's going. Oh, these rolls are actually -1 to hit because of the...
right, okay. So, hitting on a
4.
So, 2 hits. And then wounding on a...
What's this? Sorry, the...
strength 10.
What is it, sorry?
The missile launcher.
It's a missile launcher, yeah. So strength 10, toughness 5, but then -1 to wounds.
That's fine.
3?
Yep.
Oh, Dave.
So let's go this way, that's fine.
Dave. So the Inceptors now level their bolters into the Terminators. You want to try to start chipping them down. So hitting on 4s here. Let's do it. Sustained it's 2 though, these lads.
So 1 turns into a... 1 miss turns into a hit.
Wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s.
3 saves?
I think they might be twin linked.
Oh, nice.
From,
They will be because they have 2, don't they?
because there's 2 of them. So hang on.
It is twin linked, so re-rolling them wounds.
So 1 more wound.
Nice.
So
4 saves.
4 saves at -2. Ignores cover.
Ignores cover. So it'll just be the 4 bin ones. The all save. People are going to be screaming at the screen right now, but them Terminators just aren't getting budged at the minute. So this unit of Terminators, levelling all the weapons into the Zangor Enlightened, try and get rid of my screening units.
So the
D6 shots from the Flamer, you roll a 1.
So
this is getting out of hand. This
these are my Necron dice. This is why they're not liking. They're confused. So does it wound? It wounds on a 3.
Yep.
No, it doesn't.
And it doesn't wound. Lovely.
So we've got.
So now the Librarian shooting his Witchfire into the Zangors and Discs. So D6 shots. Victory. Hitting on
freeze. So
1 hit.
1 hit.
Wounded on freeze. Strength 5. Toughness 4.
Doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound, sadly. Now, last bit of shooting, the Storm Bolters. You still haven't scratched this unit.
I know.
They're only the Zangors on discs. You need to be able to kill some Zangors on discs.
Okay. What have we got? So we've got.
And of course, these do get sustained hits, so the ones gone back in there.
I'm moving on 4s.
Is that 2?
It's 2.
Dave.
I don't. Can't. It's to quote. To quote 6-up save. It's just not happening.
Yeah. So 2 go through of 5-up saves, and 1 takes a wound. What a wet fish. Right, everything. Dave's panicking now. The Gilliman screaming. The shots are going left, right, and centre. You've got an assault cannon going over there, trying to deny me 3 points. All the bolters going into here, and obviously this will deny me 5 points by killing these. So split fire, big time. Assault cannon first.
Assault cannon hits with.
That's nothing to sniff at. Nothing to sniff at.
Yeah.
And then wounding on 3s. 6s are devastating. 2 free saves.
Yeah, 3 saves.
I've got some cover there. Do these ignore cover for any reason or not? So I get 2 4-ups. And he gets him! So there's something. So you do get...
Prize, yes.
You do get him and deny me 3 points. So all the bolters going into the cultists. Let's do it. Hit on freeze. Not bad. To wound.
To wound is a 3+.
It is.
And that is
3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'll just double check what colour the save is. I'm not too sure what it is. So we've got 8 5-up saves. It's 6-up usually, but they're in cover. So 5-ups. You kill 7 of them. So the Centurions are levelling their weapons at the cultists as well. Of course, the Terminators, what you're worried about is they can't actually charge because everything advanced because they're devastating. Obviously, they can just charge and take my objective. So now he's just trying to deny me the 5 points. So the Centurions, let's do it. Not bad. Then wounding on 3s, I believe.
Yeah, it should be wounding on 3s, and I believe they're twin linked as well.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to.
Good job, they are.
Good job, they are, because that's.
Yeah.
Dice have abandoned me today.
Ooh,
there
nice.
we go. So that's 6 saves.
6 saves, no minus, so 6 5-ups. Live or die. They die.
Okay.
On a 2+, I get a CP though, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
really nice.
So it gives me a CP. Lovely. Let's see what else is to shoot, and we'll get back to you. So the Zinchian screen is slowly getting whittled down, leaving the good, juicy stuff behind it. It's a mixed bag that turn there, Dave.
Yeah, I think the dice abandoned me.
I really think the dice abandoned you.
Yeah. And also as well, Magnus and Overwatch. Yeah, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, them dreadnoughts going so early.
Yeah, it's taking a big chunk out of the centre.
Massively.
That's my own fault for not screening them properly.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of cover, we're doing a win and miss on them. But let's do end of turn a roundup. So end of Space Marines, turn 2. Behind enemy lines, you're going to keep, because if I move forward, you get it. If I don't move forward, you're happy because I'm staying in my deployment zone. So it's worth keeping. Storm style objective, you're going to get rid of. Putting you into 4 CP going into my turn.
inputting me in 4 CP going into my turn as well. You've denied me 5 points for that primary. You don't score your home objectives. So I'm not actually going to score any primary again. So let's see what I can get in secondaries. You also denied me the 3 over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, decent turn to be fair. Considering you didn't kill much, you have denied me.
Yeah.
So yeah, into Thousand Suns, turn 2. So containment and bring it down to the orders received to the Thousand Suns by Magnus. Containment is basically do actions on board edges, which I am with these lads, and I've had to drop my Terminators down and do it in that board edge with them. It's a bit of a shame, but I need the points because I'm so far back at the minute. Bring it down. I don't think I'm going to be getting unless Magnus kills that vehicle over there. I just have to kill vehicles, get points for it. So Magnus is flew forward right in front of Gilliman, his brother. He is desperate to kill him for revenge for being more of a geek than him. So he is flew forward. He's hoping to smash through them Terminators and get to Gilliman. This unit, his bodyguard, are followed behind. They're meant to be his bodyguard in front of him, but they're too slow, so they're just little legs are running as fast as they can.
They don't have wings.
Yeah, that's the problem. And then the Hellbrute and Demon Prince not far behind. These have stayed here. They didn't get me a Cabal point this turn, so I've only got 10 now. Then these lads have moved forward because they want some Terminator on Terminator action. The Vortex Beast has started moving around because that's wants to get some shots onto something. And like I say, these lads are doing containment. So lots going on. Get back to you in the shooting phase. So we are now in lone operative range of Gilliman. Try and take that first life off him. So I'm going to do some do bolting from Magnus. I roll 1 dice and see how much damage it does. This is 7 Cabal points, leaving me on 3. Let's see what I can do.
Oh.
I mean, this is getting out of hand. It is 6 plus D3. Right. That is so it's
right. Let me work out how many
8
you've got left. So he's taken 3 already. He's dead.
It is well.
He has 10 wounds.
So now the Terminators, Bobby G bit the dust. So there's a bit of worried look on the Space Marine's face at the minute, but fear not, he could be coming back on a 3+. So all these Terminators are going to be shooting into these, what are they called again, these lads?
Inceptors.
Inceptors. So I'll do the missile racks and the Solar Reaper cannons, and I'll do the bolters off cam.
Oh, it can't make sense for... Interceptors sounded like a better name to me for them, but...
yeah, I agree. Missile racks, hitting on 3s. 2 misses. Right. And then we are...
Toughness 6.
Toughness 6, nice. So winning on 3s. 2 saves at -2.
2 saves at -2.
You're in cover.
So -1.
Yep.
So 4 saves.
Nice, so 1 dies, 3 damage.
It's 3 damage, right, yeah.
I'll do the Soul Reapers. And by the way, I put the reroll ones to hit on the on this Terminator unit from the Terminator Sorcerer from my unit, because he gets to do that within the shooting phase. So these Soul Reapers into the Inceptors. So they hurt. And then we're wounding on toughness 6, you say?
Toughness 6.
So 4s.
Do they get +1 to wound?
No, only if they're psychic.
So it'd be 5s.
This is strength 6. Yeah.
So I thought it was bolters.
So you got 2 saves, a 3 up, and then 3 devastating wounds.
2 saves up, so that's 1 dead.
And then 2 saves, a 3 up. 1 dead, 1 and 2 wounds. See if the bolters can take them last 2 wounds off. So smite from the sorcerer, same unit. He hits once. He does 1 devastating wound to him. So you're down to 1 wound remaining, sir.
Wound, yeah.
And then we just have the bolters. So Magnus is leveling his weapons into that dreadnought over there. You've armor contempted it. So we're starting off with a little iddly piddly one. D6 plus 3. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are hitting on 2. And then these are wounding on...
Toughness 10.
Toughness 10, so these are wounding on 5, so the +1 to wound. So you've got 2 devastating wounds go through, and then you've got 3 saves of 2 up, because it's -1 and you've got armor contempt. Nice.
Okay, so it takes 2 wounds, so he's down to 8.
Yeah, take 4 wounds there, yeah. Altogether, 2 each.
Wounds,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Okay, 2 each, yeah, so he's taking 4 then, that's fine.
Yep. And then
6 remaining.
I've got a... He only has 10 wounds, does he?
Yeah.
Ah. A Magnus other weapon, 3d3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitting on 2s, wounded on 4s. So a few 1s there. And then wounded on 4s. So 1 save of 3 up. And then 3 wounds just automatically go through.
Okay.
So just 3 devastate. We've got 5 Terminators here. Shooting into these Terminators here. Terminator action. So missile rack hitting on 3s. Both hits. And then the wounding on 2s. You've got 2 saves, Dave. 2 saves at -2, so -1, so 2 3-ups.
2 3-ups.
Yep. I mean...
So that's a Terminator down to 1 wound.
The 3 damage apiece, these.
3 damage?
That's
2 dead Terminators.
Missile racks here. And then after all the other weapons, just took another wound off the Terminator. You took them from the front, so it's a big charge now for them. So I could potentially get, if I fail this charge, I'll be getting charged in return.
I think you might be.
Hellbrutes, leveling its last cannon into these Centurions here. The Marines really are taking a beating here, Dave.
Yeah.
But it's only 1 shot, hitting on 3s. Wounding on, that. -3. You got one and getting a bit of cover.
So 6 up.
Yeah, one has a bit of cover there.
They just failed anyway. So it's D6 damage.
D6 plus 1.
4 wounds. That's 1 vaporised.
Yeah, this is typical this, Dave.
I'm going to replace the sergeant there.
Yeah. Sweet. The Vortex Beast is going to try and take out some intercessors over there. I want to try its different weapons. I've tried the big one. Now we're going to try the medium one, which is sort of an anti-infantry one. Perfect for killing Marines. So let's see. D6 plus 3, but blast, so D6 plus 4. Just 5. So that's not too bad for you, Dave. Hitting on 3s. So 3 hits, and then we are wounding on 2s. 2 saves. They're -2. You've got cover, so
-1.
2 4-ups, yeah.
2 dead.
Cool. Kill 2 Marines. I think that's all the shooting. So let's see if Bobby G gets back up. So this is a big one. Gilliman comes back to life on a 3+.
Sorry about this, Tyler.
But let's see if you can do it. He does. He gets a 4. So
it's not cocked, right?
So Gilliman is back in the house. Right. So a little bit of charging happening. These Terminators have got a 9-inch charge into these Terminators. And then Magnus is going to go and try and take himself a chaplain's head.
I think that's 2 inches there.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I'd have thought something like that. 9-inch. So let's see if he can do it. That's an 8. Sadly, they don't make it.
Do you want a command point re-roll it?
Yeah, I won't bother. It's too risky with a 9. Magnus, he needs literally a 2, and he gets an 11. So Magnus smashes in. Let's do this combat. So Magnus attacking these Terminators, trying to kill himself a nice tasty chaplain. So 7 attacks here, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, but then you've got 4 pin runs. Okay. So it really is a 50-50 whether I take the unit or not. So hitting, they do all hits.
Okay.
Then wounding, they definitely don't all wound. That's interesting. So I don't get any devastating there, which is probably actually been better for you because then you get the 4 feel no pains. But either way, 5 saves there of 4. So
5 saves of 4.
Can you do it?
See, can we do it? Kill our dice. I can do 2 of them.
I killed 2.
Can do 2 of them.
I tell you what, that's now to sniff at. So
yeah, that's fine. That means I'll take off the sergeant.
Yeah, and then you get to attack back.
Chain fist.
So the hit back, you got 1 chain fist, 1 power fist from the Terminators, and we'll do the chaplain after.
And then the
so the greens, the
greens are the chain fist, whites are the power fist.
Yep, go for it.
So 4s and 3s.
How come they're hitting on 4s?
It's a chain fist. It's good against vehicles, not so good against.
Yeah, but the power fist hits on 3s, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you've got 2 misses from the chain fist.
2 misses from chain fist. But because the chaplain has litanies of hate.
+1 to wound, right?
+1 to wound, yeah.
You're going to be wounding on 4s. Just 1?
Just 1.
-2, right?
Yeah, so it'll be your one.
Yep, so 4 up. I'll use my last 2 Kabbalistic points to reroll that. And he still fills it. So he takes 2 damage. Oh, takes 1 damage. He's -1 damage.
Is he -1 damage?
Yes, sir.
God.
All game he will be.
Right.
So Magnus has been scratched. First wound taken off him. And now we've got the chaplain with his special relic.
Yep, so he's going to... so he gets 5 attacks normally. He has the environment, so he's got +1 strength and +1 attack. So he's strength 7.
Yep.
6 attacks. AP -1.
Yep.
And damage 2.
Nice.
So damage 1. So we'll see what he does. He's a bad boy to go with the bad rolls. See?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
2 misses. There we go. Then he's strength of 7, so he's wounding on a 4 up.
Yep, with a +1 to wounds.
+1 to wound.
Nice.
So that's 3 saves at -1.
So 3 3-ups. Oh!
Triple 1.
Oh,
there you go.
yep, but that is 1 damage a pop now with the -1, so he's down to 11 wounds. So end of the turn roundup. Containment, I get for 6 points. Bring it down, I'm actually just going to get rid of because I won't be getting... Well, if I do get it, it's only 2 points, so let's get some CP for it. So I'm up to 5. Going into Space Marines, turn 3. Turn 3, the Space Marine orders have been received. Behind enemy lines, obviously you've still got recover assets. That's doing action in my deployment zone, no man's land, and Dave's own deployment zone. If you do it in all 3, you get 6 points. If you do it in 2, you get 3 points. That completes at the end of my turn, so I could stop him from doing that. Basically, these lads are recovering assets here. You've dropped in over here with the Reavers,
Yep.
and they're recovering assets here and getting behind enemy lines.
Yep.
And then what else have you done? Tell me your tactics.
Right, okay, so what I've done is I've used adaptive strategy to fall the Terminator unit back so they can
fall back and
fall
charge.
back and charge and fall back and shoot.
Yeah.
So they can shoot Magnus or the Terminators, or actually I managed to somehow kill Magnus in actually, you know what I do want to? I do want to advance Bobby Gullman.
Yeah,
because,
no worries. And also you've...
5, so he's got...
Yeah, so while you do that, I'll explain. So
yeah.
basically you can advance and charge, I think, because of the doctrine he's put it in. He's made Magnus the All for Moment target, so you can reroll all hits against him. And he's used Gilliman's thing where you can pick a second All for Moment target, which is this unit here. So if they kill Magnus, you can end up... If you kill Magnus in the shooting, what you want to do is then you can charge a Terminators and still get All for Moment. So you could really blend this flank. Killing Magnus in the shooting might be a lot to ask, but you still have got a
got
ballistas.
Got some Terminators, got 30 shots. No, not 30 shots.
15?
16 shots with the intercessors with lethal hits and a plasma pistol.
Yeah.
Got to risk it for a biscuit.
You've got to risk it for a biscuit. At this stage, this really all needs to go well for you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it might be a bit of a...
I think it might be a
bit of a struggle. So let's see how he goes. I hope everyone's rooting for Dave here. So the Ballistas Dreadnought levels its last cannons and missiles into Magnus. So hitting on 3s, you say?
Hitting on 3s. Let's see what we got. Got 2 misses.
And then
we'll
re-roll
for a moment.
Yep. The green ones are the...
The green ones are the last cannons, the white ones are the missile launcher.
Yep.
So 1 missile misses. 2...
so the last cannons are wounding on strength 12, toughness 11, so they're wounding on 2s.
They're wounding 2s because +1 for over.
Do you want to just roll them now?
Yep, sure, yep.
Both wounds, and then that one wounds on 3s, I believe?
It'll be 4s. It's
4s,
10,
yeah.
So, because he's toughness 11, right?
Yeah. Yep, so 2 last cannons go through.
2 last cannons go through.
So I got 2 4 invuns.
2 4 invuns.
And I will use a CP to turn that one to 0. With a strat. So, next bit of shooting. So the intercessors perch up behind this statue and start lighting Magnus up with bolter shots. Let's do it.
Right, okay, yeah, we've got 3 lethal hits so far.
Nice. You're going fishing and you're trying to get as many 6s as you can. Nice.
That's better.
Tell you what, now to sniff at. 5s.
No wounds with that, but the lethal hits are what counts.
So
that's 8.
2-up saves.
8 2-up saves.
Let's see if we can make them. Oh, I get 2 1s there.
2 1s.
So he's down to 10 wounds remaining. A crack grenade.
Crack grenade. With a rerolled hit.
Yep. Oh, sadly, it
mind.
misses. Plasma pistol from the lieutenant coming in.
Hits.
Nice. Are you overcharging this?
Pardon?
You overcharging this?
Might as well.
Yeah,
yeah, might as well. Go on.
Well, it's saying that's -1 damage, so it's probably pointless.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point to it. So he's wounding on a 5.
Nice.
Wound.
Any more shooting?
Yeah, I've got the Terminators.
Nice. Terminators leveling their assault cannon and bolters. He's smashing these into Magnus as well, trying to clip them wings, make them fall to the ground, and they can finish him in combat.
Okay.
So this is the assault cannon.
Assault cannon.
Rerolling.
Yeah, rerolling. So
Nice.
that'll do.
And then we're wounding here on.
Well, 6 is devastating.
Wounded on 4s. It's strength 6. Toughness 11 and +1 to wound, so yeah, 4s. 6s are devastating. And
so
you get
that's
2
saves.
2 ups.
No AP.
And he is okay. The wings are still intact. And then the bolter shot in and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So now these Terminators are going to try and light up the Zangors again. He's hoping it's not out of fuel this time. He's refueled it and they are ready for action. And then they're going to be charging the Terminators. So
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right, okay.
One shot again.
Still out of because a 5.
Yeah.
It needs a no, it doesn't wound either.
It is out of fuel.
It is out of fuel, yeah.
He's pouring in the wrong liquid.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
So now the Librarian, D6 shots. Let's do it. The big 6 shots. Nice.
Shots. Right, okay, so he is going to hit on freeze.
Yep. Let's hope he's in tune with his psychic.
Nope, he's not.
No, he's
He's
not.
got hit him once.
Yeah.
He's hit twice even, so he's wounding on a 3. Wounds once.
What's the AP on this?
AP -1.
AP -1, so it's a 6 up. I mean, yeah, just to rub salt in that wound. Stormbolters hoping to at least open up a Zangor or 2 with these. So hit on freeze. Not bad. Not bad.
Freeze.
Wounded on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. So 2 saves.
2 saves
No
of
AP.
5 up. And you take out a Zangor on disc.
Finally.
You take out one of my toughest units in my army, the Zangors on disc. Oh, there's 1 on 1 wound there as well, so 1 dead. And 1 on... Yeah, 1 on 1 wound, sorry, yeah. So as the guns fall silent, the sound of siege drills begins. And these 2 assault centurions are going into Magnus. So I need a 7. Good luck, Dave. Oh,
12,
these lads mean business. So, also you've got to shoot Gilliman. Gilliman shot off cam at Magnus and nothing happened. Everything charged into Magnus. We did that off cam because it literally needed the snake eyes. And then over here you've got a 5-inch charge from these Terminators into my Scarab Occult Terminators. 5-inch, can you do it, Dave? Yes, you can.
10.
On a big 10.
That's a surprise.
Lovely jubbly. So, all these charging. I do have 2 CP to interrupt, but it's where I'm going to be interrupting is a big question. So, first bit of combat is Gilliman trying to slay his brother. It doesn't get much more epic than this, does it? A Hand of Dominion, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s because of the awful moment.
Okay.
So let's do it.
Let's give this a roll. How many?
Oh,
look at that.
But awful moment.
Good
So
job,
you can re-roll
good
it.
job he's not over
Yeah, yeah.
So that's 6 hits.
And remember, I can still use my 0. You could use it in every phase. It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
It is.
You're probably going to have to. You're probably.
I'll be using it. Yeah, definitely will be using it. I think he might still be dead, but let's see.
2s.
See how my saves go.
So it is over moment, but 1's always a fail, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's 5 saves.
So 5 saves of 4 invuln. So this is 4 damage, right?
Yeah.
So if I turn that to 0
Yeah.
for a CP,
Yeah.
-1 damage, that does 6 damage to me.
Yep. he's
Even
not
on
dead.
4 wounds.
Oh, he's got 10.
Yes, he does indeed.
Oh well.
So I might even interrupt with Magnus before he dies.
Yeah, do it.
Let's see. Magnus has interrupted. He's going to try and kill himself. Some Centurions. So hitting on 2s. They do all hits, yep. We are wounding on... What's your toughness?
They are surprisingly tough. I think about toughness 7.
So we'll be wounded on 2s. It's +1 to wound, so... let us double check. I think it's devastating wounds. I'll just double check. We have 4 5-up saves.
Nope, dead.
Yeah, that does. That does a lot of wounds. So he absolute demolishes Centurions who had the cheek
Yeah.
to run at the back of them. We have now got some Terminators going to try and drag him down. So let's do it.
Okay. Freeze to hit, except for that one, which is every moment. Does hit.
What's that one like?
That's chain fist.
Oh, the greeny chain fist, the white
power
fist.
fist.
Yep.
So wounding on freeze because that's strength 8.
Yep. So we win on 4s.
Oh, 4s, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
That's right. Just 1.
1.
-2, so it'll be a 4. He does save it. Magnus stands.
And then we've got the chaplain who's got 7 attacks this time.
Yep. See if he can finish him off.
It's unlikely.
It's the way you've been rolling, the way I've been rolling.
See, it's unlikely. At least he hits on 2s.
But he's all for moments, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So those
all
hits.
Wounding on.
Strength 8, so he's wounding on 3.
4s,
4s.
yeah.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds, -1.
Yep.
So 2 wounds, 3 ups. 2 6s.
Yeah.
2 6s. I mean.
Well.
So we've got 1 power fist and 2 chain fists going into the Terminators. See if they can deal with him. Looking good so far. Which one's a green again? Sorry, the chain fists.
Yeah, the green's a chain fist, so statistically average.
Then you're wounding on 4s. It's the -1 to wound these lads.
Yeah, wounding on 4, so that's 3 wounds.
3 wounds,
Damage
3,
2.
4 invuns.
They all save.
The psychic might is definitely with the Thousand Suns on this battlefield. Now the librarian's going to try and take himself a pound of dust, I guess.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s.
So 3 hits.
Wounding
Strength 6, so
on-
wounding on 4s.
Yes.
So that's 1 save.
Minus.
-1.
So 3 up. Go through. Damage.
2.
Damage 2 knocks down onto one wound.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the stave from the sorcerer. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. So 4 hits, and then we are wounding on 3s. 6s are devastating. So just 2.
2 saves.
-1.
-1 to 3 up saves. So that's
These are D3 damage a pop.
D3 damage.
I might not be able to kill one.
Yeah,
kill
that is 1 dead, and because I think 1 was on 2 wounds, wasn't it, from the shooting?
Of course. So
he's
1 dead, 1 on 1
and
wound.
then
Yeah.
1 on 1 wound.
I'll do all the Capeshas, hitting on 3s, and then we are wounding on 4s. Strength 5, toughness 5. You've got 3 saves on your 4 invun.
3 saves on the 4th invun.
Yep. So
Yep,
just 2 die, I kill.
Yeah, so that is
2 damage that one.
Okay.
So end of Dave's turn 3. Behind enemy lines for 3 points for scoring 1. Recover assets still in play. So
Yeah.
I'll potentially be trying to kill off them units. Sadly, you couldn't drag down Magnus this
Not
turn.
this turn. Yeah.
Thousand Suns, turn 3. Recover assets, so do actions in Man's Deployment Zone, No Man's Land, Dave's Deployment Zone. Area Denial, get the Space Marines out the centre and have one of my units in the centre. So I've already got that for the mini one, which is 2 points, but if I kill these Terminators, I get it for 5 points. So basically, everything's pushed forward because we're going to be charging these Terminators. The Vortex Beast is going to be shooting stuff like them lads. These have just stayed put in combat. These have moved forward and they're going to be recovering assets. These lads are recovering assets. The Demon Prince wants to go and kill himself a Dreadnought. And this is stayed put to try and shoot the Dreadnought. I think we'll be leaving Bobby G because I really want to see if he can kill Magnus in Dave's turn. Because it'd be very funny if he still couldn't, but I think he should be able to. Then what else have we done? Oh, Terminators over here are recovering assets as well. It's a shame to use Terminators just to be constantly doing actions, but they've actually done quite a lot of secondaries for me, so can't complain there. So onto the shooting. So Magnus is going to Doombolt the Dreadnought. So Doombolt, see if it goes off on a 2. That is D3 +3.
Oh, he's dead anyway.
Oh, of course.
He's dead anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
3 wounds left.
Yep. So that is.
Does he deadly demise?
Oh yeah, that'd be worth rolling for. No. But he crumbles to the ground. And then everything here shot into the intercessors which were there, because there's no other targets. The Reavers are out of line of sight of the Terminators and that, so and so are these lads over here. So basically they are dead. There's just a massive crater in the ground there where they just crumbled into with bullet holes. I think that's shooting, mate. So it's just going to be some charging. I'll quickly double check something. I'll come back to you. Yeah, I was just checking if my smite was a pistol, and it is. I rolled for it off cam, and actually nothing happened, so that was a waste of time. Yeah, some charging. So we're going to do a Vortex Beast. He's going to go into some Terminators. We're going to do some Terminators. They're going to go into some Terminators. And I mean, I know people are going to say, why aren't you putting the Demon Prince into Guilliman? I just really want to see if Guilliman can kill Magnus. Just let me live my life, please. So I'm going to leave that.
With the way I'm rolling dice at the moment.
Honestly, I think the way you're rolling dice, I genuinely believe that Magnus is going to end up killing Guilliman.
Again.
So let's get these charges with the Terminator, Vortex Beast. They're basically in, but I'll roll for it off cam. Yeah. We'll move them in, and then we'll do some combats. So the Vortex Beast and the Terminators made it in. I want to start with the Vortex Beast just because he's my new model, and he's been causing absolute carnage so far. I forgot to do the thing at the end of the movement where I roll for units nearby and do mortal wounds, which is really cool because it sort of sucks stuff into that big vortex. But I'll remember that for my next game. So 5 attacks, in on freeze. That's pretty bad rolling, but I get to reroll ones because of my sorcerer that I put on that unit. So I do get 4 hits. And then we are wounding on freeze. You have 3 saves, sir, on your Fope Invulnerable.
Let's see if they get through the vortex.
Yep. Just one.
4 damage.
4 damage,
yeah, that's 1 dead too.
So Dave has interrupted with Guilliman. Obviously, Guilliman does get to fight first anyway, because he's the defender, but these also get to fight first, so I'd end up getting to attack with one of these combats first. So you've interrupted, so you get to attack, then it'd go to my Terminators, then it'd go to your lads here. So at least you get to fight first with both your units. So Guilliman using the Emperor's Sword. This is how Magnus should go, by the Emperor's Sword. Let's see if he does though.
Right, okay, so he hits on 2s.
Yes, re-rolling.
Re-rolling. So that's good because there's a couple of 1s in there.
Yep.
So
re-rolling them bad boys. They all hit, looking good.
Then he's got devastating wounds on 6s.
Yeah, so you're looking for these
14
6s.
hits.
And you're wounding on 4s, yeah.
Wounding on 4s, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh! He kills him.
There we go.
He kills him.
Devastating wounds. Okay, that's
Magnus bites the dust. I don't know if he does blow up, but let's roll anyway. It doesn't matter if he does or not. But Magnus gets, well, we say slain, but he'll obviously fly back to the flagship or into the warp, and he'll be back. So the Terminators I was fighting here have been slain. And then all the mindless automators in the Terminator armor have went into Guilliman after Magnus fell. So, yeah, that was a decent little combat there. We have this last combat remaining. You get to attack me with your Terminators first.
Yep, so I've got...
Power Fist's white, Force Weapon is green.
So the 2 misses.
Yep.
Then wounding on 4s because they're stronger. So that's 3 saves.
Yep, what's the AP on them?
Those are -1, that is -2.
So 2 at -1, 3 ups. So 1 goes through. What's the damage on that?
That is D3, so that does...
Just kill a 1-on-1 wound anyway. And then the other one is a 4-up save, and he's alright.
Okay.
So kill a Terminator. We'll start off with a stave. 4 attacks hitting on 3s. They all hit, and these are wounds on 3s. They all wound. You got 4 saves at -1.
4 saves, so there'll be 4 3+ saves. Let's see if they can do this.
1 fails, it's D3 damage.
And you know what?
CP it?
Gonna CP it.
Why not? Trying to keep them alive at this
There we
point.
go.
Everyone's feeling it now. Gilliman's dropped Magnus. Words have spread. They're all in the ranks, and they're really pushing now. But we've got a load of Capeshas going into them. Hit on 3s, and then these are wounding on 4s. Strength 5, Capeshas. So you've got 5 more saves. These are on your Invuln, sir.
5. Okay, let's see if we can do it.
So I slay the one Terminator.
Terminator.
So it's basically the librarian holding off this flank. So end of Thousand Suns turn 3. Dave, you get recover assets for 3 points. My recover assets are still in play, but I get Adrien for 5 points. So at the minute you're ahead by 5 points. You're going to get 5 primary, so you'll be ahead by 10 points. But for how long?
For how long?
Who
I've
knows?
this turn 4 as well, so
yeah. Let's see, going into Space Marines, turn 4. So we're getting towards the end of the battle here. The final hours. Cleanse, area denial. So cleanse, do actions on objectives, get points for it. Area denial, get me out the centre, get points for it. You don't think you'll get area denial, but you are doing cleanse on 1 objective for these lads.
Yeah.
You've done tactical doctrine, so you can fall back in charge.
Yep, so I fell back in charge with the librarian and the gunman.
Yep. They fell back. You've also put a strat onto them, so they're in another doctrine.
Adaptive strategy, so they're in the assault doctrine, so they've got lethal hits, so they're suicidally going after the
prince.
The prince. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Guilliman's ability to declare a second oath of moment as well. I'm going to put an oath of moment on the...
His brain's ticking over. You can see the cogs.
Do I put it on the demon prince, or do I put it on the Terminators?
Your call, man. Your call. So we've had a little chat off camera. Guilliman is the master tactician has gone into his brain, and if he kills the Vortex Beast, he'll get Adrien for the mini one. Also, you'll get your vow for obviously killing the Vortex Beast. What you told your mate. What you told Matt, is it? And obviously he'll be charging the prince, but you put in oath moment on him. If he does die, the prince is your second oath moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I
think it'll be fun. Let's see if you can take a beast out. If you take the Magnus and the Vortex Beast out, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to shoot the librarian into the
Zangars. Cool. So, librarian turns around and is shooting into the back of the Zangars and discs. Bit cowardly, but is what it is. So
it's a tactical withdrawal.
So 2 dice hitting on freeze.
One dice.
Oh, just
1d6 shots. So 4 shots.
4, nice.
And then hitting on freeze.
2 hits.
2 hits. Strength 5. So freeze.
Just one.
So that's 1 wound at AP -1.
Yeah. Is that devastating or not?
No.
AP -1. So I've got a 6 up. Nope, so you kill one of the Zangars. Yeah. So Guilliman is shooting his Hand of Dominion into the Vortex Beast. Try and chip off a few of them wounds.
Right, so...
Hit on 2s?
Hitting on 2s.
1 hit. Sorry, 3 hit. All hit.
Because of... so, force the wound.
3
wounds. Damage 2, AP -2.
AP -2, so it should be his 5 up invulnerable save. Roll this one here. So 1 makes it. What's the damage on this?
Damage 2, so it'll be 4.
So it'll be unless I can use my free reroll, I might as well do it now, if I'll forget otherwise. So 4 feel no pains, 5 ups.
Or you can use your strat to make it damage 0.
He is not a. Is he a psyker? I'll double check that, but either way, I'll leave it for now. One goes through. 3 go through. So a bit of charging now. Guilliman into the Vortex Beast. The Reavers into the Prince. And this Librarian is going for a big 10-inch into the Zangars. Feeling brave. So which one do you want to roll for first?
I'll do the Librarian.
Librarian, big 10-inch.
Big 10.
Oh! 8. CP it?
I'm going to CP, I'm going to CP that one.
You have to roll both.
Yeah. Well, okay, whatever. No, 3. There we go.
Guilliman, he literally, snake eyes will get him in, but yep.
He's in.
There's your 10.
Oh, there's my 10.
And then
the guys.
The Reavers. There's the 11.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so there, make it. We'll get back to you in the combat. So I am going to heroically intervene with these Terminators. We're going to try and gang up on Guilliman. So their charge, 7 inches. Let's do it. The Terminators have all gone in and sort of surrounded Guilliman. It's Guilliman's last stand before he inevitably gets dragged down. And he's made a battle shock and failed because of the Reavers. He's a bit scared of them scary masks, so he can't do any strats or anything like that. So let's go into the combat. See where you want to start. So we've got Guilliman attacking the Vortex Beast with the Sword of the Emperor, the same one that slain Magnus. So let's do it, mate.
Okay, there we go. So reroll, which I'm going to need because that's a lot of ones.
Yep. Excuse me, people.
So that's those hits.
Lovely jubbly.
14 hits.
And you're looking for what's the strength for this?
It's strength 10, but over moments I'm looking for 3s. And it's devastating wounds as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah, there's no 6s there, but there's a lot of saves.
There's a lot of 1s there, and a lot of 3s.
Yeah, wounds on 3s. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saves.
And it's damage 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 wounds left. I need a load of 5s here.
And you've got Feel My Pain as well.
Yes. I only get 1, so basically I'll roll these twice, but
so
it should be a dead Vortex Beast on paper. Oh, one fell out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far been taken off him. And then I need to roll these again. So 5 so far. I repeat, 5 so far. Yep, you get him.
Yeah, that's a 5.
You get him. See if he blows. He does. I'll see how much damage he does and I'll get back to you. So with that big gaping hole, the Vortex Beast is destroyed. But he did blow up and he does do D6 damage. So do you want to roll for my Terminators and I'll roll for Bobby G?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So on Terminators, of course it's a 1.
Well, that's why I got you to roll for me, because I know how bad your dice are rolling. I do for the Gilliman, 4.
2 wounds remaining then.
2 wounds for the Terminators,
so I think Terminators are going to, are going to bring him down, there's no question about that.
There's definitely a chance. There's definitely a chance. And I'd love to interrupt with the Demon Prince, but he's battle shocked. So he can't. So on to the Reavers. Yeah. So now attacking the Prince, see if you can take him out. He is all for moment is up now.
Let's go. Right, so lethal hits. So I've got 2 so far.
Yes. Let's re-roll the whole lot. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Looking for them 6s. Oh, looking good.
There we go.
Wounded on 5s. Can you do it? Can you do it?
Unlikely, but let's see what we get. So we've got
Another 3.
We've got 3 more wounds, so that's 9. Zinch's number.
Yep, Zinch's number. This was the plan all along. Exactly where I wanted you. 3 ups. These are -1, right?
No AP.
No AP. So 2 ups. He takes 2 wounds.
2 wounds, right? Okay. Then
The lieutenant attacking the Demon Prince as well.
yeah. So he is 5 attacks. Sustained hits 1.
Nice.
So lethals explode basically. So
Rerolling? You're going to fish them 6s?
I'm just going to reroll the whole lot of it. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are going to be 5 to wound.
Yep, 5 to wound.
So that's 2 saves, no AP.
No AP, so 2 ups. And he's okay.
Fine. Okay, yeah.
The Prince
Let's
lives
have
to
the
see
slap
another
back.
day. Demon Prince slapping back. So 6 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
On misses, and then we are wounding on 2s. Do you know what? No, I can't use CP. Oh no, only 3 at -2.
3 at -2, so 5 up saves.
3 5 ups. Each
3
one
5
is a
saves.
dead Reaver. 2 dead Reavers.
2 dead Marines.
I'll do the Terminators on Gilliman, and then we'll do it end of turn roundup. So the Terminator Sorcerer, the leader of Magnus's bodyguard, couldn't do his job, but he's going to try and finish it off by killing the Ultramarine Primarch. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s with his Kapesh. 2 hits, he does get lethals, but I didn't get any 6s. And wounding on 5 and 6s. So you do get a wound through. So if you fail this on a 3+ save, he doesn't kill him.
Yeah.
See if the rest of the Terminators can drag him down. So the rest of the Terminators, one of them can't get in. So there's 24 Kapeshas here. Do you know what? Only 1 lethal hit there. But lots of for 5s and 6s now. But we have got a few there. So can we drag down the Primarch?
Probably.
Or can we not? Well, you've got, put it this way, you've got 10 saves at -2.
So it'll be on his invulnerable save. So
10 4 ups.
10 4 saves, I'll slow roll them. No,
He's
he's dead.
The first Kapesh
There we
got
go,
through.
yeah.
And they just stand on his lifeless body and turn off. So end of Space Marines turn 4. Original, Dave gets for 2 points. Cleanse, he's getting rid of. I get recover assets for 6 points. Both Primax are down now, so it's up to their armies to fight for that vault and win the day. So Thousand Suns turn 4. The order's been received by the Demon Prince now. Magnus has left him in charge as he's gone off to heal and regenerate. Extend battle lines, so objective marker in my deployment zone, on the objective marker in no man's land. I've moved some Zangors, but I'll keep them in. I won't bother charging with them, basically. Mark for death, 5 points. You have to pick 3 units. You've already got 3 units, so if I kill any of your 3, I get 5 points. So basically, what I was saying there is the Zangors have moved forward. I was thinking about charging him, but it's kind of pointless because I might as well stay on the objective, get extend battle lines, and these might as well just charge him. I think Zangors are his worst fear because they've been shooting these for ages, and he's having nightmares about them, and then he turns around and there's a load of chickens behind him.
Well, that's a big investment. He couldn't make the 10-inch charge.
Yeah, well, that's
the other guys did who needed 3 inches.
He's just absolutely terrified of them. The Demon Prince stayed put, and this Hellbrutes came to help him. Then all these Terminators and these Terminators started heading towards these Incursors. So it kind of is a mop-up job now. Let's do some shooting. So me and Dave have had a little chat, and we think we're going to end it here. The Thousand Suns far in the lead, and with Dave having little assets left, we think we're going to call it a day. The Thousand Suns have managed to get into the vault in the battle underneath this battlefield and get the artifact that would have dampened the Warp's influence if it fell into the hands of the Loyalists. So now the Loyalists are on the back foot and things are looking good for Chaos.
Dave,
Sam,
put it there.
Good game.
That was, do you know what? That was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed having you down in.
Yeah, thank you for letting me come down. So
of course. It's I think it's been a really good smash up in Guilliman versus Magnus. What's not to like?
What's not to like?
That's why
Primarch on Primarch.
Exactly. That's why I really wanted Guilliman and Magnus to fight alone instead of all these interruptions from the Demon Prince and from the Terminators. I think it was a good outcome. Magnus killed Guilliman potentially. Guilliman arose back up and managed to take Magnus out just before Magnus's bodyguard dragged Guilliman down. It doesn't get much cooler than that.
But I think Guilliman also, Guilliman, I would say, man in the match. Thank you, Tyler, for the paint job. Amazing.
Yeah.
Took out Magnus, took out the Vortex Beast.
Yeah,
I think he possibly made his points back, but
he did fantastic. Yeah. Guilliman's such a good unit now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I've used Guilliman in a match before against Space Marines, and with the Sword of the Emperor, damage 2, 14 attacks,
and then devastating wounds as well. It seems to just it seems to pack a punch on no matter what it's hitting.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you use the Honor the Chapter, stratagem with Guilliman, if he's in assault mode, he gets +1 to wound from lands, +1 AP. So
I mean,
he's
a blender.
Marines are dying on 6s. Terminators are dying on their invulnerable saves.
Yeah.
But he's wounding pretty much everything on 2s. And I think everybody says the Lion is more of a blender than Guilliman, but Guilliman with devastating wounds and also a big.
I think it'd be a good matchup between the Lion and Guilliman.
I think the Lion would edge Guilliman out in close combat.
Yeah.
Just because of always strikes first.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But Guilliman, I think, with devastating wounds,
it could do some damage. It did do some damage, as you've seen.
Yeah.
What is looking back at the game? Is there any sort of mistakes you think you made, or are you happy with?
I think the Dreadnoughts in the front and centre, because you took them out before they even had a chance to shoot, which is quite right. They were up there. I should have deployed them sort of a bit more into the terrain, but then they would have the problem of having to go through the terrain. But actually, if the Redemptor Dreadnought survived, might have been able to take out a squad of those Terminators and overcharged.
And potentially, it might have been worth putting the Dreadnoughts around the flanks, because there was the big there was the big terrain in the middle, line of sight blockage. So that would have meant one of them would be safe from my big stuff like Magnus. I might have had to split Magnus in the Vortex Beast.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's just really nice to come and do this on some absolutely beautiful terrain as well.
Yeah, it's cool, this terrain. I got off eBay for this exact terrain here is off Bragg Miniatures on eBay. And he does some really nice pre-painted terrain. I mean, obviously all the containers and that just from Games Workshop.
I do quite like this the scatter terrain.
Yeah,
really nice. I'm considering getting some Legionis Imperialis boards.
Yeah,
and cutting them up and then doing some terrain on them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because actually, it's just nice to have terrain.
It is. And like on this channel, I really do like the idea of we still play tactically, but I've got this big theme around it. There's a storyline, and every time something happens, there's something happening in like our lore. So
that's great. That's great. That's great. That's great in regards to. I love just having meaningful battles because you can have this competitive versus competitive, but actually, if you've got that storyline going on. Great.
Exactly.
Have
like
your own little subsector of the Imperium, which is just...
That's it. Like if I play a lot of tournaments and things as well. Well, I did back in 9th. In that sort of the games for me have like no meaning. You're playing just to rank up and do well in the ITC and things like that. Which these games I do feel like I really like the theme and the thematic like nature of it. I haven't played much 10th edition, but I had a big break from 5th edition to 10th edition, and I was going back through some of the scenarios from the 5th edition rulebook, and there's stuff like Blitz and Bunker Assault and all these things where you've got sort of you've probably got the same sort of objectives. 3 objectives, kill the bunkers, but actually it's sort of got it's sort of write a narrative for you.
Yeah, write a narrative for it. Yeah, absolutely. And
the new cards actually have the deployments where there's like
I saw those.
Ones, you know.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those when they come out because I think there was like a V-shaped one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Was really
and the enemies are on like the two corners, and it's things like that I'll definitely be doing on the channel because I think it's sort of you can write some really cool narrative around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great to have you on. There's enough of us waffling, so we just waffle all day, couldn't we?
I'd be more than happy to waffle again.
And as always, thank you to the members. I love every single one of you, like I say every time, because I genuinely do. It means a lot, and it really motivates me to keep this channel up and running. I've got big plans for the future. So I'm going to be doing some future videos on plans I've actually got for the members. Also, don't forget to check out Rogue Miniatures. There was a lot of Rogue Miniatures models on this table today. You had the Demon Prince, you had the Vortex Beast, and we had a unit of your so those weren't specifically painted by Rogue Miniatures. They were painted by Old Varga, who does commission work within. Exactly.
It's been quite nice to have them.
Yeah, to see a few of the sort of sponsored, our sponsor on the actually on the table like this. It's been nice. So don't forget to check out Rogue Miniatures, and don't forget to check out Dave's
the International Guild of Hobbyists.
Yeah,
where the raffle link will be for now until August.
Yeah, I think I'll be getting myself a few raffle tickets just to support the cause as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
The chance of getting a Space Marine army.
And there's as I said, we've got 4 armies which are going on charity. £4 a ticket, 4 months.
You can't grumble at that, can you?
Yeah.
So I think that's everything, mate. Again, cheers for coming.
Great game, mate.
Great game. Really enjoyed it. And hope you all enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later.
See you later.